Hello guys, welcome back again with another match for the BCF. We're now in the semi-finals against my good friend Dylan, and I was really looking forward to this match. But first, let me tell you some things you need to know before I hop into this battle. For a couple of days, I've been having a cold, and my voice could be breaking up. I also could be a bit coughing. I'm getting better, but it's not quite there. And yeah, I decided to just record this video because otherwise it would, I think, maybe take another week before I can record again, and my cold is totally over. So I decided to just record it now, so you'll have to stick with me like this. And also, yeah, I play Gypsy in the semifinals. It was either Gypsy or my good friend Anthony. And Anthony first wanted me versus him in the semis, but I was saying, yeah, I already played you, Anthony, and he said, yeah, for me it doesn't really matter what the matchups are. And I said, yeah, just give me Dylan then, because I really wanted to play Dylan in this format, because I know he's a great player, and I've not seen him lose much. I think the only guy that has ever beaten Dylan is Anthony himself, from what I have seen of Dylan's battles. So yeah, I really wanted to try it to beat Dylan and just have a great match, and potentially face Anthony in the finals, because he clinched his final spot. He beat two other guys for it, and yeah, that could be a great match. I've already faced him this season, and I managed to beat him for once. I've never beat him in league format, so that was really nice. It was my week 4 match. You can check it out if you want. But then straight onto Dylan's match. So this match. So you can see here the teams I brought, the teams he brought, and straight up, what I will first go over what he could have brought and what I prepped for it, what he ended up bringing, etc. A bit of the team breakdown. So his team consists of the Mega Altaria, the Bisharp, the Zapdos, the Nidoking, the Gliscor, the Doublade, the Greninja, the Meloetta, the Magneton, the Miltank, the Tangela, and the Slowpoke. So what I was looking at, Mega Altaria, always a threat. It could be like a D-Dance set, or it could be like a special offensive, also defensive, but like the special offensive one I needed something for, and the physical offensive I needed something for. Also, Bisharp has a great matchup against my team if it clicks the right move, so I had to consider that. And then Nidoking, just with Bolt Beam plus his both stabs in Earth Power and Sludge Wave, it just wrecks my team, so I needed something for that. So that were like the main 3 things offensive wise. And then if I look defensive wise to his team, what could he have brought for my Lopunny? I was thinking he could bring Zapdos, which checks Lopunny quite well, but not that well if rocks are up, so that would be a priority if he brought Zapdos as the check. Slowpoke could be the check with probably Psychic. He needed Psychic to break this up, and that could potentially be it. But Slowpoke gives me some free switches into like Hydreigon or Aegislash, something like that. So, and yeah, otherwise that are like the main 2 things. That while the Gliscor could take some hits, but Ice Punch really hurts it, even if it's defensively. And Miltank could be with a Chopper Berry, but if I break that on the switch, then also it doesn't really hurt that much. Then some other things to note that maybe not be that scary at first sight, but when I was looking at this team, I'm thinking Scrappy Curse Miltank could be a problem for my team, so I had to take that into account. And also like a sub Calm Mind or just Calm Mind Meloetta, a bit more defensive orientated than the Calm Mind. That could be some scary setup for my team. So with that in mind, I was going to build my team. First I knew I wanted the Mega Lopunny. I didn't really know what I wanted. I knew I wanted High Jump Kick and Return, because that really hits his team quite hard. And then I was thinking of the other moves, and I quite fast put Toxic on there, just if he brought the Slowpoke, the Zapdos, Toxic it on the switch, and yeah, put a timer on those things. If he has a heal bell, but that forces him to heal bell, so Toxic was really nice. For the last move, I didn't really know what I wanted, so that was later moment I decided what to do. But first go over a couple of my other mons. Sorry, I will be coughing. So Nidoqueen. I was thinking, okay, Mega Altaria with D-Dance could be scary. So one of the first things I was thinking was Sugar Berry Nidoqueen. And then just max HP, max special attack, hit that thing really hard with Earth Power, with Sludge Wave. I also put Rocks on there, and I think as a last move I had Ice Beam, because I wanted some coverage for some other mons, like especially defensive Glasgow, if he would bring it, could end up biting me a bit in the butt. So that was really a set I could come up quite early. Then I was looking at the Nidoking, I meant. Nidoking, as I said, could really put a hole into my team, even especially defensive Jellicent. T-Bolt, Life of T-Bolt, I think just barely is not a 2-hit KO with leftovers, but with Rocks Up it's a 2-hit KO. So, and especially defensive Jellicent besides the Nidoking didn't do that much. So I was looking through my team and I saw Armaldo with max HP, max special defense, AV could take it on. So I put Armaldo on there with that AV, put Earthquake on it for the Nidoking, then Stone Edge just stabbed, it hits really hard, then Knockoff because he had some Evira juice in Tangela, Slowpoke, Doublade, and also ones like Meloetta that doesn't want to take Knockoff, and Armaldo could potentially be for Meloetta, but I decided not to run bug coverage, and I will tell you in a moment what my last move is. So defense Meloetta could still kind of set up on me, so I wouldn't really use it as a check at first for it. And as last move, I decided, was looking through the moves, and I decided ultimately on Iron Tail. Why? Because DD Mega Altaria, even with the Sugar Berry and Nidoqueen, could still be a threat for me. So I really wanted all my mons to kind of hit it really hard. And Iron Tail to, like, offensive wise, does like 60-ish%, so that's still really nice. Then I had my Nidoqueen, bit offensive oriented, the Shuka, the AV Armaldo and the Lopunny. I was looking and I saw maybe I need something more, I have something special bulky, but still Mega Altaria and especially Greninja could be a bit of a problem. So I was thinking special defensive Togekiss could still take even some hits from some of his physical attackers, so more specially defensive wise oriented, but still some defensive investment on Togekiss, kind of a bit of a mixed one, more towards the special side. Could still take I think 2 Ice Beams from Greninja, doesn't kill me. I don't know if that was with or without Life Orb, but yeah, Greninja without Protein just loses so much power, and Mega Altaria, it's really nice for it, and I decided on Dazzling Gleam. Roost was really first, and yeah, I knew I needed a defog. Why? I didn't have Rapid Spin on Armaldo, and you may think, why not just Rapid Spin on Armaldo? Armaldo was there just for that Nidoking. And the problem is, with Rocks Up, Armaldo takes 25% when it comes in, and then it doesn't, I think it could take 4 hits, 4 Earth Powers from Nidoking, but with Rocks Up it couldn't, I think 2 from 2 it dies, with 2 Rock switch-ins. So I couldn't repeatedly switch in, so I knew I needed defog this week. Most of the time I didn't run hazard removal that much on my team, but this week I kinda needed it. And the last move, I was thinking, should I run Nasty Plot, maybe Air Slash, maybe some other coverage for like something as Bishop if it wants to switch it. I have a Dazzling Gleam still hit it hard, but maybe some other coverage. But ultimately I decided that some setup could be a bit scary for me, and some mons that could hit, like with the one move they hit this part of my team really hard, and with the other move they hit another part really hard. Like the Bishop, dark coverage is good against one part, and the steel coverage is good against another part. So ultimately I decided to go with Encore to really stop some setup, or just Encore some mons and give me a free switch into another mon. So a bit of a utility move I put on there. Then then I built like the Crocodile. Crocodile, I knew I wanted more offensively. First I had Life Orb, but I didn't want to go down that quickly and take all the recall from Life Orb. And I was thinking, most of the time I will be spamming a bit of Earthquakes. So I put Earthquake on it, then Knockoff just to hit hard. And Stone Edge, I ultimately decided on going Stone Edge because I thought Zapdos would be a nice bring for him. So I wanted to hurt Zapdos, and defensive Zapdos you don't hit that really hard with Knockoff or Earthquake. And also Knockoff was really nice for all the Twilight users, and he's a bit Knockoff weak. And ultimately on the last move I decided to go Bulk Up because I could Bulk Up against some mons, get that to +1/+2, take some hits a bit better, and besides taking hits I also dish them out a bit harder. In the end I decided I was thinking about Aqua Tail for like Gliscor, but I thought Zapdos might be brought earlier than Gliscor, so I ultimately decided on Stone Edge. That may or may not end up hurting me. And then the last mon on my team, I was thinking for a long time, and I had some options because on my team I have like Hydreigon, but I thought Venga Altarias like could be it's quite nice against a Hydreigon, and also like special defensive Gliscor. Yeah, he just had so many things for Hydreigon. I needed to hit the right move every time, so I didn't want Hydreigon. Rotom Heat also, it kind of checks Mega Altaria, but also kind of gets walled by Mega Altaria. It's kind of set up for the Jellicent. Also didn't do that much this week for me. Axelgoth with the speed could potentially be nice, but then again he has some mons that really wall Axelgoth, like the Gliscor. I could run HPIs, but then yeah, ultimately Axelgoth was one of the things I was considering, but I thought these 6 mons were better. And then Ludicolo and Perugly, they also just didn't have the matchup. So as last mon I went with Aegislash, and it's kind of a special set. It's Shadow Ball and Flash Cannon, and I'm bringing back the move that doubles my speed, the Autotomize, and this time with a weakness policy, because it's quite some mons that could hit me with super effective damage, but not quite kill me in one hit in my Blade form. I take the hit, get the weakness policy boost, Autotomize up, and then go to town. There was only one problem with this, and that was, I was first thinking, put Sacred Sword on there, you hit Greninja, you hit the Bishop, because they need to be around 80% I think to be able to kill with +2 Flash Cannon or Shadow Ball. But then I was thinking, yeah, Bishop can just Sucker Punch me, and yeah, I lose. So what I ultimately decided on was to put Destiny Bond on there. So I get my +2/+2, I get my boost, I get my speed, I kill the mon probably where I got the boost from. He thinks, okay, I go into Bishop, I get this free kill, I Destiny Bond, and I also, he can decide to switch out, he can also decide to go double down. Because how Destiny Bond works is, it cancels out Sucker Punch, and the next turn I'm either faster and I kill Bishop, or he Sucker Punch again on my attack, he kills me, but Destiny Bond is still active because he moves before me due to Sucker Punch, and he takes us both out. So Aegislash would then also, always get 2 kills. That was like the plan. But in this game, because he ended up, yeah, you see his team here, he ended up bringing Greninja, which was for this team a bit scary. But yeah, Togekiss can quite take it on, and Mega Lopunny can outspeed it. So I want my Mega up quite early, because that's like my only mon to outspeed and kind of revenge the Greninja. Zapdos, I knew that was then the Mega Lopunny check, and there will come the last move on Lopunny, will really come into play. You will see in this match. It's really, I was really happy that I brought that move. Then the Mega Altaria, always scary, kind of expected it. Bishop, yeah, could be Life Orb, Swords Dance, something like that. Altaria also could be special, physical. I was thinking maybe Dragon Dance, because I have some things for it, but still, it could be scary for my team. And yeah, Gliscor Glasgow was like a mon he could draw, but I thought he would definitely bring his Nidoking. But he decided on the Gliscor, and I thought, yeah, probably not physical defense, will probably be a special wall, but still I thought I would be able to deal with it. But you will see, it may end up that Gliscor, that it may hurt me that I didn't bring some coverage on some mons for the Gliscor, because yeah, the group that didn't run Aqua Tail. Togekiss can do much, Amaldo can do much, Lopunny can do some things, yeah, Nidoqueen can take it on with Ice Beam, and yeah, H-Dash could use it potentially as like the setup fodder for the to activate weakness policy and autotomize. I was really looking forward to that, but I also knew I kind of first wanted to do a bit of prior damage to the Greninja and the Bishop. With Greninja, I think one rock switch in should be enough, but didn't know for sure. And Bishop, yeah, from 100%, even with a rock switch in it, resist rocks. I think that's not enough. I wanted a bit of maybe life orb damage or just a bit of damage on it. And then as last mon, he brought the Meloetta. And yeah, I was really fearing maybe sub Calm Mind or just Calm Mind. And yeah, that could really hurt me. But I will, yeah, I will just hop into the match now. And yeah, I decided to just lead off with Togekiss because in my mind he could very well lead off with Greninja and just scout my lead, like U-turn out, something like that. And yeah, my Lopunny doesn't back fake out this time, so I can't fake out it. So like the only mon that has a good matchup against Greninja from the start is Togekiss. So I decided to lead Togekiss, and he leads Altaria, so this is really nice for me. I scare it out, just go for Dazzling Gleam, looks what is the switch into it, how much damage do I. Gliscor comes in, only takes 26%. I immediately see this special defensive Gliscor, and yeah, this can be a bit scary for me. I have the Nidoqueen, but I don't want to go immediately into Nidoqueen, because if he kind of predicts a switch, because yeah, he sees Togekiss doesn't do that much, but also he doesn't really know my Togekiss set. But if he straight goes for EQ and pops my Sugar Berry, that could be a bit of a problem later on. So I go into like, yeah, a bit of the expandable mon on my team, and also I think this mon could maybe take it on because it can take some hits, and that's Crocodile. But unfortunately, he goes for Toxic, and he puts my Crocodile on timer. That's really unfortunate, because Bulk Up could really be great for his team. So I take a bit of toxic damage, but I decided, okay, I don't have much for this Gliscor. Let me scout this set a bit further, let me just bulk up and get some damage off. And yeah, he EQs me, I take a bit of toxic damage, it's not looking that good. Just so I just go for knockoff, bit scout off the damage. I kinda knew it would probably fell short on being a 2-hit KO, but I still went for it. Maybe in hindsight I should have bulked up once more, so knockoff would be a 2-hit KO, but still toxic damage was a bit racking up, so I was thinking, okay, let me get a big hit off here, and if I got this big hit, if he has the roost, he probably reveals it, and on that roost I switch out, preserve my Crook for like later on, maybe for the Bishop. I don't want to give it a boost, but still could come in on Bishop, could maybe come in on Zapdos, could really hurt the Altaria and outspeed it, could really hurt Meloetta and knock off it or scare it out, something. So that was the plan, but all plans go to waste, and he crits me with EQ. You saw that the previous EQ after the bulk up does 70%, now also he gets the crit, crits ignores the Intimidate drop and also ignores my defense boost, so instead of 70% he does a big 61%. So otherwise he would I would only take some toxic damage and some EQ damage, and I think all around it would do about 30-35% approximately, and I would be left with around 35-30%. So that would have meant I could have come in a couple of times and just take some toxic damage. I think it's 6% on the first time if you come in for the first turn, but that goes to waste. Crocodile goes down, and I think, okay, what do I need to do? I will go into Nidoqueen here, and yeah, at this point he was saying, yeah, unfortunate. Yeah, it's always unfortunate, but it can happen. I think in the end it didn't really matter. but he was saying, yeah, where you Resto Chesto, and I was thinking, wow, that would have been a great set, Resto Chesto, with the bulk up, the knockoff, and the EQ. That would have been really nice. I should have considered that, but yeah, I didn't really think about it. I was thinking bulk up just for that extra setup, but that would have been a great set, definitely. So I go into Nidoqueen. His Gliscor doesn't have speed investment. He doesn't know if my Nidoqueen is fast or not. Probably scared out with an Ice Beam. So expecting his switch, I just want to get my rocks up, because for that Zapdos and for Lopunny to have a better time, I need my rocks up. So, and as he reveals the Protect, so he has now revealed Toxic, Protect, and Earthquake. So I don't really know what his last move is. Maybe Roost, and maybe some other moves like a Facade and Knockoff, a bit of coverage. I just go for a safe Ice Beam here. Look what he wants to do. He just switches in his Meloetta, revealing to be leftovers, revealing also to be more, probably a bit a lot bulky, a lot of HP investment, and probably more Spadef orientated to take on the Nidoqueen. I almost put on Crunch on Nidoqueen to take on a special defensive Meloetta, but I was thinking, yeah, you could also bring max HP, max defensive Meloetta, then it doesn't work. Also, I kind of need my auto coverage, so I ultimately decided to not do that. But yeah, this Meloetta could just Psychic me, and I have to switch out here. And I know Togekiss can take some hits and has the Encore option, because he might set up a Sub or Calm Mind here, so I don't want to go into Amaldo just yet. So going to Togekiss, take Psychic to only 25%, heal back, a bit of leftovers here also. I just Dazzling Gleam here again. I just roost off because I needed the health on Togekiss, sorry, my bad. As Gliscor comes back in because he knows he kinda walls me. I haven't revealed anything other, but he probably walls me. And I'm thinking, yeah, he probably wants to Toxic me again. Probably don't think I would switch directly go into Nidoqueen, but I thought let me just go for it. Also with him not being invested, I'm being shook, I could take some EQs. So just go into Nidoqueen, scare him out again. But he's just scouts my move out, so he goes for Protect, gets a bit of his Toxic Poison heal, and then he switches out into Meloetta, his dedicated switch in. And this time around I predict that and go for the Sludge Wave to do a bit more damage, like 27 is quite nice, because with rocks being up, and if he switches out here, with the next 2 Sludge Waves I'm being able to 2-hit KO it. So that's really nice, because Meloetta is getting whittled down as to where Nidoqueen can take it out, and this is like the real wall for Nidoqueen, so that's really nice. So go back out in Togekiss again, still scouting out this move. He only reveals Psychic to me, so he could still be Sub or Calm Mind, still not wanting to go into Amaldo. Bit silly maybe of me, I knew Amaldo was there for Nidoking, didn't start Nidoking, should have fought this time. Okay, let me just use Amaldo as a Meloetta switch in, and yeah, it probably scares it out with Bug Step that I don't have, and Knockoff also still hurts, so he should have used Amaldo a bit better here, but still goes into Togekiss. He gets Spadef drop, he plays safe, goes out into his Gliscor, as this time I think, okay, I have this Spadef drop, I have revealed I can stay in here, let me go into Amaldo, it doesn't do much for me, and maybe able to wall this Meloetta, but then he's switching Gliscor. And at this point, I'm thinking he just will go for EQs, but Togekiss doesn't do much to it. Lopunny doesn't really scare it out. So yeah, this Gliscor kind of really was my team, so I really have to, in my mind now, it's like get this Gliscor really low, and that opens up a door for a lot of other mons of me. And if that's not possible, then maybe use this Gliscor later on in the match for the Aegislash kind of sweep, or just a hole to bigger hole to in his team, putting a big hole in his team. So I kind of let his I kind of weaken his Gliscor with some Stone Edges as he Toxic and Earthquakes me. I go way down, and and here at the turn I dies to Toxic damage. He reveals that he indeed, as last move, has the Roost. and I was kind of hoping he would have been like an offensive move or something, so not last move roost, because other turns he really used protect a bit for scouting, but also to get some health back. So I was thinking maybe that's his only way to get health back, and I was really hoping that. And if Glasgow would be really low here, this match would have looked really good for me. But with Glasgow back at the almost full health, this is not looking good. I also have already lost 2 months, so I'm down 4-6. But yeah, like almost all my matches in the BCF this season goes like this. So I hope to be able to turn this around, go into low penny, and here, should I have went into low penny is a good question. I could have went into Needle Queen, scare this out also, but then I was thinking, I've done that so many times, you could predict around that a bit more easily, and I really wanted my Mega up. Because Greninja, if it comes in, it could really be a problem. Like 1 month goes down, he goes to Greninja, I have a bit of a problem. So I want this to be able to revenge the Greninja better, so I go into this. I kind of hope I scare it out with Ice Punch, but still Ice Punch doesn't kill for 95%, even if it is not defensive investment. It still has a great HP and just natural bulk. And yeah, as I kind of thought, he fears that I may have sub on low bunny and just EQs, as I reveal my last move to be the Retaliate. And this move is so nice because every time he gets a kill on one of my mons, which will happen, and then it's nice to go into low penny. Low penny is a great revenger. Then I can fire off that big Retaliate, and what Retaliate does for me, instead of return, which caps at 102 power, Retaliate when just one of your mons died has a power of 140, and that's really powerful stab move. It hits like as hard as high jump kick, but a jump kick on his team has a lot of resist, and the normal stab, like his jump kick resist, doesn't resist this powerful normal stab. But the problem is with the recovery, it has the poison heal, and return will not be able to kill this Glasgow from this range, so we probably will just go for the roost here or just protect to be really safe. So I go back into Needle Queen again on the roost, scare him out with Ice Beam, but he first scouts. He always scouts, he's a really good player, he scouts what I do. So I go for an Ice Beam, he protects. I'm thinking Meloetta is quite low. Maybe this time he is ballsy and he just stays in, EQs me here, because yeah, Meloetta, he has revealed that switch many times, so maybe he doesn't want to go into Meloetta. And also yeah, I don't think he will risk Bishop or Greninja, because those mons can't really take a hit that well. And offensive wise, maybe nice, so maybe he goes Zapdos or Altaria even. So I think let me Ice Beam twice here. But unfortunately, he makes the safe play, goes into Meloetta, and yeah, takes this Ice Beam really well. And from this range, my Sludge Wave is not be able to kill, and I'm again forced out into the Togekiss. I go because it's like my only switch really left. Could have went into Aegislash, but I thought could have coverage for Aegislash, and I wanted to keep Aegislash a bit longer for the late game. Here I just roost up, he gets this Spadef drop, and this is a crucial turn for me. Here I'm thinking what to do. I have this Spadef drop. Last time with this Spadef drop, I know he's doing more and more damage. I'm not doing that much to him, and he switched out. And I switched out here into another mon. So I was thinking I could switch out here into Aegislash, and I was thinking, yeah, HS could be really nice for this Meloetta. It's quite low. I also need that for my sweep, because the special defensive Meloetta can at +2 even still take Flash Cannon, Shadow Ball. It's immune. Flash Cannon kinda well, but at this range it definitely does. I think it does around 60%. So yeah, let me go Aegislash. And as soon as I click Aegislash, I was really thinking, should I Dazzling Gleam here? Just maybe if he wants that switch, if he goes like Bishop now, this would be the time to go Bishop. And also Dazzling Gleam still is nice, and I can take Psychic still quite nice. And I was really confident, but I already clicked Aegislash, and as soon as I was thinking of the other player and I was saying, oh, Dazzling Gleam is better, and he goes, yeah, you will see. He makes an excellent play, and he goes into buy shop. Yep, he goes buy shop, and yeah, if I just Dazzling Gleamed him, would be nice. But still, later on, you will see that matters in how the game plays out, but that may not matter in the outcome. Because so what do I do here? I was thinking he probably won't go for pursuit here, because I could have Colbur, I could just stay in, Sacred Sword him. So he probably goes for knockoff, and here is a bit silly play for me, but also I wasn't really helped by the damage calc that much. Because at the damage calc said that I could live from my life orb, surely buy shop I could live any hit. Even a knockoff, sucker punch, I could live it. So I was thinking, so I was thinking, oh, that's nice. Let me set up a Totemize here, get my boosts, maybe scare him out, and otherwise just use the Destiny Bomb to maybe then scare him out, or just have that double down here, so that would be better, because then buy shop is dead, and I could come in with Lopunny, get that kill, buy shop out of the way. Looks to be kinda nice. But then he knock off and he kills me, and I'm thinking, what happened? And then I'm looking at the calc, and because weakness policy is an item that pops, the damage calc shows that you have no item. So knockoff would have killed regardless. Also, what I see here is that he didn't run, that he doesn't have life orb. That's really crucial, because I'm thinking, what could he otherwise be? Maybe Lomberry or something, I don't know. And yeah, so knockoff kills, and that's really unfortunate, because if the calc had just said that knockoff would have killed regardless because I had my item, I would definitely have switched out here into Togekiss. I'm most certain of that, and you will see later on that that's really quite a big deal. So I go into Lopunny, I know I scare this thing out, and here I go again for the Retaliate. I know he probably won't stay in with his buy shop, because I can easily kill it, and even if he could have suckered, but I'm thinking now, if he's like Life Orb, then Sucker Punch doesn't do that much to me, and also I could still pack some priority, and I think he probably wants to keep his buy shop. So I go again for the Retaliate, just hitting really hard what comes in, and here comes in the defensive Zapdos, and yeah, with the leftovers, and yeah, Retaliate plus return really just kills this Zapdos, and I was so happy, because this was the most important reason I brought Retaliate. Because I knew after Rocks and Zapdos max defensive with leftovers could still take 2 returns, but I also knew it couldn't take a Retaliate into a return. So yeah, just take out the Zapdos here. He brings in his Altaria. I know he can definitely take a hit. So I just go into Togekiss, scout out this set. He reveals to be EQ. Kinda predicted Nidoqueen, which was a good play on his part. I go out into Togekiss, get the Fire Wolf, a Dazzling Gleam again. Again, going into that Gliscor, I get a crit. But that's nice, because I get some more damage on the Gliscor. And yeah, he probably knows I won't stay in here, because I can't do much to this Gliscor. He can stall me out with Toxic and then Protect and Roost. So I thought, okay, he probably will go for the EQ here, and he does. That's really nice, because I can reveal my last move here, and I reveal the Encore. So even if he went for Toxic, that would meant a free switch kinda into Nidoqueen, but now he is locked into EQ, and I can just spam Dazzling Gleams here. And the other mons on his team doesn't take Dazzling Gleam that well. Meloetta's kinda low, so I force out the Gliscor, and now it's not at 100%, it takes rocks damage when it would come in, and that's really nice. Because I'm now looking, Mega Lopunny needs kinda to clean up this game, and for Mega Lopunny to be able to kill his mons, I kinda needed Gliscor a bit lower, because Gliscor is naturally bulky and can take some Retaliate into return. So I go for Dazzling Gleam, hit the bishop on the switch, really nice. And here I do some calcs, and Jolly life old bishop has like a 25% to kill me, but he earlier revealed to not be a life op variant. And then I was looking, and yeah, I was thinking, yeah, there's not really a version of bishop that could kill me. So I can kind of stay in him. Maybe if he's adamant expert belt, maybe that's also a roll. So at max could be a roll. So I take this hit and kill him with Destined Gleam. Should be nice, right? But no, he straight up kills me with Iron Head, and I'm calculating and I'm thinking, wow, he's Bandit Bishop. Bandit Bishop, yeah, that really wrecks my team if you click the right move. That was a really great bring on his part. But yeah, this is what why earlier really was important for me, because Bandit Bishop, if I switch out tokens earlier on that knockoff, from that damage, I would have known it's Bandit Bishop. I would have had my Tokies still, I would have had my Aegislash still, and would be in a better position to play around this Bandit Bishop. So that's a bit unfortunate for me that I have to find it after it got 2 kills due to stupid calc and a stupid mistake of me. And also the Aegislash set with a Bandit Bishop being locked in would have also been a much better bring, because the Destiny Bond, Sucker Punch, it's kinda even, because I can decide, okay, we both go down here if he decides to go keep Sucker Punching, and if he makes a mistake, goes Iron Head. Yeah, the Ageless is just kind of free switch. So really unfortunate turnout, but I go into Lupin again, and I know I can fire off a Retaliate again and probably get a kill again. So I go for Retaliate, and yeah, he decided that he doesn't need his Meloetta. It's true, it is kind of low. He has other things for the Nidoqueen, and now he goes out into Altaria. And yeah, I know, okay, it's bulky enough to take a return. He's probably also HP invested, so I kind of need to go into Nidoqueen. I'm at, yeah, and I don't want to take a hit if he just goes for like a fairy type move. But he makes a good play and goes for EQ. But I know if he is, I know there's a really high chance, even if he's max HP and max attack, I could still take 2 EQs due to my Shocker Berry. But he is a bit more bulky, so I can still take 2 EQs. But here, at this second EQ, I was really thinking to myself, he kind of wants to have this Altaria around to be able to deal with my Lopunny, because he knows he can switch it in and take a return, because it's quite bulky. And also, yeah, so I was thinking he will probably need this Altaria, and also he knows at this range Ice Beam kills, so he probably won't bring in his Gliscor. So I was thinking he may be cheeky and go for the Greninja or the Bishop switch here, because that puts him in at an offensive advantage. And yeah, Greninja, I can switch in Lopunny on Greninja. Bishop, I can switch Lopunny on Greninja. So he will probably get the kill on Nidoqueen. Lopunny comes back in again, kills off that Bishop or that Greninja. He goes into Altaria, takes 12%, is at like 51%, and I think at 51 he's quite defensive. He's still able to live a return, or even he goes into Gliscor. Takes yeah, but Gliscor doesn't kill me in one hit, but yeah, he goes into Altaria, takes a fairy type move and wins the game. So that was, in my opinion, what I was thinking. So I went for Earth Power here as he stays in, and that's kind of unfortunate, because that means he's able to kill off my Nidoqueen and I can go into Lopunny, but this doesn't give me the Retaliate I wanted, because this Retaliate will just finish off the Altaria. And if Altaria was dead, that would mean Altaria would die, he would bring in something to kill the Nidoqueen. It could be like almost anything, probably something like Greninja, or yeah, probably like Greninja. Goes into Greninja, kills off Nidoqueen, I get my Retaliate on the Greninja, kill it. But yeah, in the end, maybe not, it doesn't matter that much. But that was what I was thinking. But, and Lopunny is at 62%, so I know I'm able to take a hit from Gliscor and maybe kill it in 2 hits, but that may depend on a roll. Maybe I need a crit here, don't know. So, but he sacked his Altaria there, kinda, because he, in his mind, he had a certain way to win. And yeah, I couldn't predict that. So we'll see what it is. He goes for the Water Shuriken. This man had a life orb, 3 attacks ninja that really hurts my team, plus the Water Shuriken. Really nice to, like, yeah, for some of my threats, if it's set up or something, just get a bit of damage for other monsters to be able to kill it. And yeah, he gets 3 hits with the Water Shuriken, which may be a bit big, but I will tell afterwards. So I just finished off with a high jump kick. He goes into Bishop. I know it's banded, and I know his way was like Water Shuriken into Sucker Punch generally kills his low penny. He also knows if my last move is Ice Punch, I will be able to 1v1 the Gliscor, and he knows he can bring in Gliscor. So, and if my last move is like a non-damaging move, I'm able to stall out Bishop, but Gliscor is able to 1v1 low penny. So he goes for the Sucker Punch logically, and I reveal the Toxic, my last move. I've revealed all 4 moves, and here I will speed this part up because we kind of both know the game is over. I could like play out a certain way, like he has 8 Sucker Punch. I can think, okay, after 6 Sucker Punch he would probably make the switch into Gliscor on the expected Toxic and then let me hit the Gliscor on the switch, but no. This man's a great player. And he knows he has a certain win with Gliscor, so why would he ever risk like me critting his Gliscor on the switch and then be able to kill it with the next return? This man will just let me kill off this Bishop by stalling out all the Sucker Punch and then has a certain way killing with Gliscor. So I know that, he knows that, so I'm just making this match to a 1-0 and potentially hoping with a crit here and there that I could finish off the Gliscor and maybe try to win this game, but you will see if that what happens there. So some spam. Yeah, we are almost through it. Yeah, and here he has no Sucker Punch anymore. I go for return, it kills. Then he goes out into his Gliscor. I think return earlier did like 30-40%. I know 62. I think a crit. I don't think 2 will take it out because Poison Meal, but I think a crit into a return will kill it. Maybe need 2 crits, but I think crit and a normal return kill it. But this man plays it safe, just protects. Knows he can at 35%. I think if he gets a really low roll, maybe it doesn't kill, but it probably kills. And yeah, EQ, I EQ him, he EQs me and kills me, and yeah, return did 40%, I think. So yeah, he knew how I could kill him, and even a crit return would have done around 60%. So when he was at 62 with a high roll crit, could have taken him out. So props to him for protecting. That was always his best play. And yeah, he could at this rate, and then he could still live a crit return and kill me off with Earthquake. So yeah, that was really a great match to my boy Dylan. And yeah, like always, I'm kind of rambling on. My team, I like to take my time with explaining everything, and I think I'm getting better from it because I learn by evaluating the match, and I hope you guys also get better from it, because I explain every detail of the match and what goes into my mind, what goes more into his mind. And yeah, I'm seeing it's all again almost 15 minutes long, so you kind of have to bear with me as I will say some final words about this match, about the BCF, and just everything in general. So first of all, props to my man Dylan for making it to the finals. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it to the finals for a 3rd time in a row and face Anthony again. That would be kind of nice. Also, it's the last season for the BCF, so the BCF is done and finished. Unfortunately, I will hope with a lot of the guys kind of quit competitive Pokemon until Sun and Moon comes out, so I hope to see them back again then. Some other guys like Dylan and Anthony will definitely continue, and I hope in the future I can play them again in another league. And yeah, Anthony vs Dylan is the final. It is up on both of their channels already. Dylan also has uploaded his side of this match, so I will link them both into the description, Dylan's channel and Anthony's channel. So go check them out and watch those matches, because those are like two top tier league players and just Pokemon players in general. Dylan also just recently joined the NPL, which is quite a big league with some great names in the Pokemon community, and he's an up and running draft league player, to say. He will be great. He is great, but he will be more known into the community. So yeah, I think that's it, and yeah, that was a BCF for me. Yeah, the SVL, I'm kind of working on maybe sorting it out in a tournament. If it will take place, I don't know for sure. It will be like in a month time. But until then, there will probably be up, I hope in a week, maybe a couple of days from when this is uploaded, there will be another series going up again. Something that I may have done in the past for a bit, but you will see when it comes out. I'm definitely hyped for that one. But yeah, until then, bye guys.